Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I got another deck profile for you guys today. This time it's an update on my Dark Magician deck. And yes, I'm very well aware of the new support that's coming out in January, which I'm very excited for. But in the meantime, I figured I should go ahead and just build a deck with what I got and made some pretty spicy choices. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this and I'll show you what I got. So I actually played this at locals. I didn't do too well only because there was a lot of rogue yesterday. I dealt with 6 Sam and lost because he locked me out to only summoning one spell and trap at a time with that 6 Sam monster. I lost to Mermills, which I'm very unfamiliar with, and he kept picking apart my back row. Even if when I tried to make a comeback, he just kept he wiped out my board with the white aura whale. I was like, dang it! I was like, I was a little ill-equipped this time around. So, but because of that, I ended up fixing up my deck a little bit more, and now I finally found the right build that works better. So, anyway, starting off, playing 3 copies of Dark Magician. Gotta play this at 3. 3 Magician's Rod to get you access to all your spells and traps. I'm only playing 2 Apprentice Illusion just because 3 was kind of a break, so I decided to bump it down to 2. 1 Dark Magician Girl, just because, you definitely play cards like Bond Between Teacher and Student, so you can summon her from your hand, deck, or graveyard. I'm actually playing 1 copy of Palladium Oracle Mana. This card's just to give your level 7 or higher spellcasters in general added protection. Plus, if a spellcaster is targeted, you can special summon this card from your hand. But it only works if your opponent targets that one spellcaster and no other cards. So that's the only thing you gotta be careful with. And then, last of our big boss monsters, I'm playing the Magician of Dark Illusion just because he counts as Dark Magician. Plus, he summons himself as long as you activate a quick play spell or trap during your opponent's turn. So this card can even summon itself if you play cards like Super Poly. So, pretty good. Moving on. For the spice, I'm playing Fushida. This card actually came up a lot and came in handy quite a bit. So, the only thing is just like you gotta know when to properly use this card. But it can summon itself as long as you control no effect monsters. And you can either banish this card from your hand or your graveyard as long as you control no effect monsters to bounce back one of your opponent's cards to his hand. So Fushida, definitely an amazing card to run. Plus it's also a level 7, so you can go into free rank 7 plays. Next up, 1 Blue Boy, just to search out my spellbook cards because I am running the spellbook engine just for draw power. And for hand traps, I'm only running the 3 Ash Blossom. So, yeah. Alright, so that's it for monsters. Now we're moving on to spells. Playing 3 Dark Magical Circle just to dig out for Dark Magician or any Dark Magician related spell or trap. 2 Spellbook of Secrets as well as Knowledge. Just, again, draw power and plus it grinds out the deck. This card actually came up a lot. Bond Between Teacher and Student, even I only run the 1. But whenever I open up like pretty good, I just searched this out with Magician's Rod instead. So, yeah, it just came up so well and works. 1 Dark Burning Magic, just to wipe out your opponent's board. Dark Magic Inheritance. Illusion Magic. Dark Magic Attack. And then, of course, the Eye of Timaeus. So definitely great cards to run. Unfortunately, Eye of Timaeus is the only one that's not searchable. But luckily, I have a backup plan for that. So moving on with 2 copies of Super Polymerization. And the funny thing is that even the Dark Magician fusion monsters, they can actually be used with Super Poly as long as you have the Dark Magician. So, like, if your opponent controls the Dragon type and there are a lot of Guard Dragon variants out there, just use that for your fusion material, and there you go. Alright, next up, 3 Magician's Navigation. Only 2 copies of Eternal Soul, because, again, with the Mermail matchup, he kept picking apart my board. He aimed for my Eternal Soul, and that was unfortunate. Even when I brought out Magician's Navigation right after, when he declared an attack just to protect my life points, he still managed to, OTK me. So I was like, damn. I was like, I really could not do anything against the Mermail matchup. And then for the last 2 traps, 1 Skill Drain and 1 Soul Drain. So, really great cards. And, yeah, they come up whenever they come up. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the main deck. That's 40 cards. Now we're moving on to the extra deck. Alright, so for the extra deck, playing 1 Wee Witch's Apprentice, of course, just to power up your dark monsters. 1 Monk of the Tenni to go with the Fushida. 1 Security Dragon. 1 BLS Soldier of Chaos. And if you don't have access to this card, another option I could recommend is Deco Talker, or any other generic Link 3, and or a couple more Link 2s like Nightmare Unicorn. Or it's not Unicorn Phoenix, but Unicorn is a good option too if you don't have access to BLS, so just to get some spot removal. And 1 Avermax. And that's it for the links. So now just moving on to XEs. I got Ebon High Magician, which can also play Super Poly during your opponent's turn by detaching 1 XE's material. So this card is actually pretty good. Ebon Illusion Magician. You know, everyone already knows what this does by now. Wind Big Eye, and a new addition to my extra deck, Harmonizer Gadriel. This card's actually pretty good. It becomes the attribute of whatever its XYZ material, and during either player's turn, you can detach 1, target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, and attach it to this card. And of course, this card's attribute and type will change, so this card's actually pretty awesome. I like it. Now, we're moving on to the fusions now, and you guys are going to be pretty happy with what I got in store. Playing 1 Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Of course, the Dark Magician Girl one too. And from here on, it's just super poly targets. So let's start off with the easy one, Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, Dragostapelia, and I actually got lucky and pulled this literally on my 3rd pack of the new Legendary Duelist. I only bought like 10 packs, and I just call him Trifee. So 1 Predaplant Trifee. This card's actually pretty busted. I really like what he can do. He can negate summons, and the fact that he's just a generic dark monster that you can use for Super Poly just requires 3 dark monsters, which unfortunately never came up because, again, so many rogues, not everyone was playing dark. So I never got a chance to bring this out at all. So, but I really wish I did. So, but if you go up against a Pendulum player, this card could really devastate them. So, yeah, really enjoyable. And that's pretty much it for the extra deck. Alright, so for side deck, I had just made 1 slight change. I was main decking Nibiru, but it rarely came up, but I was only running it at 2. So now, like on the side, I run 3, just because, you know, for combo heavy strategies, if I'm forced to go second. 3 Artifact Lancia. 3 Twin Twisters, or you can go Cosmic Cyclone, one or the other. A good card to run on the side, depending on like what you're up against. Summon Limit, which I tried to use against Mermail, but it never came up. I was like, damn it, I was really banking on that card. And lastly, 3 Red Reboot. You know, someone actually cited Red Reboot against me, but they never saw it. So, but hey, stuff like that happens, you know. Well, anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys again next time.